Sorry I'm late, I was pissing. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, pump the jam, pump it up while the beats are stomping. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Wait, let's see. Gay Bob Dylan be like, I was burned out from exhaustion, buried in the cum, sucked off in the bushit and blown out on the trail. Comed in like a, I don't know, a switcher sub, ravaged in the porn. Come in, he said, I'll give you some of my own cum. None of the words rhyme. The lines don't rhyme. It's crass, but it does not rhyme. It is the right cadence for Shelter from the Storm, but otherwise it doesn't. You're missing one element of it. No, it does not really make you think. Music doesn't need to rhyme? Yeah, but the song you're parodying rhymed, man. At least it half rhymes. Hunted like a crocodile, ravaged in the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it doesn't hit till you're older. Let's load up Trickshot Sim. Non-zero chance Timothy Chalamet heard your gay Bob Dylan bit. I don't know, man. He's pretty busy. If it happened like before, I mean, he's like 29. If it happened when he was like 17, I think there's a real chance he could have seen it. But like, you know, life comes at you fast when you're nominated for like an Oscar, I'm assuming. He'll make time for this. He's got shit to do, man. Because he's still got to do the other like 8 Bob Dylan movies, right? He's got to do Post-Motorcycle Accident, Meeting with George Harrison, Kermit the Frog voice, Nashville Skyline, Bob Dylan, Divorced, Blood on the Tracks, Bob Dylan. That could be like his own movie. Coke Fiends, Rolling Thunder Review through the Desire album, Bob Dylan. Born Again, 1980s Bob Dylan movie. Bob Dylan releasing Love and Theft on September 11th, 2001, Bob Dylan. That could be a fucking... Bruce Springsteen could do the soundtrack for that one. That's not Krungo. That shit happened. Look up the release date, man. You ever gotten chafing close to the end of the shaft? I have some this morning. It hurts a lot. Brother, I talk about this once every 3 streams. Yes, I do. That's why I got this son of a bitch right here, the chamois butter. The yellow bottom, the purple top. When you're chafing, you put it on your penis so it doesn't chafe. I've been using it for like 2.5 years, man. It's not an ad. It is an endorsement, though. It will stop your cock from chafing when you're riding the bike. You put it on the penis? I put it on the penis, Corey. I don't know what to tell you. You and me, we're cut from the same cloth, if you catch my drift. You don't get any kind of chafing with you're a fucking Floyd Landis ass sartorial motherfucker, aren't you? I see you getting the fucking bibs on before you do your Peloton ride. Maybe the bibs have like anti-chafing technology built in or something like that. The fucking Shimano, Pearl Izumi. I do wear cycling stuff. I fucking knew it. It's not foreskin difference. We both have the same moil. You got to get bibs? I have the chamois butter, man. You got me confused, okay? You got me confused with some other guy. You bike, but you don't wear cycling gear? A gym short and a synthetic fabric athletic t-shirt? I've never had any conundrums with it. You might say, what about the chafing? Well, I had the chafing like no matter what I wear. Maybe like my shorts are too tight or the head of my dick is too big, which is not a flex. Because if anything, it would make it look like one of those. You know those Japanese chocolates that are like a mushroom? So it's got like a little, like a wheat stalk and then like a chocolate tip. Yeah, you know the ones, right? They've probably been seen in animes. You've never worn cycling stuff? I've always wanted to be on the other side of this. Sure, brother. Why don't you give me your $200 and I'll go buy some Pearl Izumis. I got perfectly good Adidas basketball shorts in my closet over there. But yeah. I mean, if you're buying Amazon, $25, it's complicated, but I'm not fucking with them right now. Oh, you're not fucking with Amazon? Why don't you just quit your job then? Don't be naive, fucking 11-year-old. This is a complicated situation, okay? There's nuance, and you don't shoot your whole wad all at once, okay? They play a card, you play a fucking card, and then you hold the rest of your cards close to your chest. You have money, though? Yeah, the thing with money is after you spend it, you don't have it, man. Am I an insane person? We got motherfuckers, they're not buying fruit at the grocery store because it's expensive. And they're like, you should buy special clothes just to bike in. You're virtue signaling. You've lost your mind. Kate, please do not type in chat, my husband drugged me. You have to, the second sentence was, I can't stop farting. You have to put both lines in the same message that you send, okay? That's an unforced error. You're gonna get me in trouble. Anyway, yes. This whole thing started because someone said, does your penis ever chafe on the bike? Yeah, man, that's what the chamois butter's for. Cut cells are seething. No, we're not. We're buying the chamois butter. It's fine. You ever ride till the room stinks? Brother, it never stops stinking, essentially. I think that the sweat from being on the bike gets into the air, and obviously like the air gets into the paint and the paint gets into the walls. Hope you got a lot of your body wash. Your soap went up 38% because of the trade war. Kate, don't buy anything on Amazon. They ramp it up. We're cranking the knob up one too. Don't buy me all the stuff that is like on subscribe and save on Amazon. For me, you could do whatever you want. Cancel it. I'm going to the store. Now I have to research what store I'm going to go to because you got to be peculiar with it. But the Korean ginseng, I was looking into buying some Korean ginseng locally. Apparently there's one out in Lougheed. There used to be one in Kitsilano, but now it says it's permanently closed, which makes me think that probably having a store where you exclusively sell Korean ginseng probably like isn't super viable in Canada. We'll take a look anyway. Don't worry about it. We have to make sacrifices. You got any good deals at Costco lately? I saw that Wayne Gretzky's fuck-ass vinegar wine was down to $19.79 a bottle and also had an asterisk on the sign, which means that they're not ordering that shit ever again. So this might be your last chance to pick up some of the worst swill known to man and support a real piece of garbage, in case you're interested. See you never, bozo. That's all right. Maybe he could drink the rest. He's a really good hockey player. There's no denying that. Mark Messier, the real GOAT. No, they can go fuck each other as far as I'm concerned. But at least I only have to see Mark Messier in like potato chip ads. Would your opinion on Wayne Gretzky change if he made a statement that was like, I messed up? If he made it in like the next 2 weeks, yes. If he makes it in like 2030, no. Oh, hang on. Here we go. How is this not a first-time message then? I had to wait 10 minutes to ask because I just followed. I've been wondering the whole time. But how is it not a first-time message? I guess that makes sense to have 10-minute follower chat on. I think having 10-minute follower chat, it sucks once, but it's awesome for the stream forever. It sucks for the person that like goes to the channel for the first time and has what they think is an awesome message, but has to wait 10 minutes to post it. But the reality of the situation is better for the environment to not just have somebody show up for the first time and then ask questions about like what it's like to be bald, or at least make them wait 10 minutes to be bald. Should have to wait 10 minutes to do anything online. That's fucking true. If Uber Eats had like a 10-minute cooldown before you could click the confirm transaction button, I think we'd all be saving a lot of money eating at home. Because by the time you click the button, you could have made like a grilled cheese or something like that if you got it in your fridge, if you got the necessary accoutrement. Waiting 10 minutes to do anything. Me waiting 10 minutes to hit the brakes in my car when I see the red light. Just that, there's exceptions to every rule, I suppose. But, Kate was telling me in Japan, they still, this is a hard left turn. She was telling me in Japan, they still have the death penalty and the method of execution is hanging. But the way that they make it more humane for the executioners is that they have like 3 executioners that all have like a lever, and none of them know what lever is the one that actually drops it. Do you think there's like a guy who's been an executioner for like 20 years who's like, you're not going to believe it, honey. That's like, it's the 100th time I pulled the lever and I've still never been the motherfucker who killed a guy. It's crazy. I must be like the luckiest guy on the planet. How is that more humane? Well, I guess like every day you could be like obviously if you look at it on a broad time scale, in hindsight, you would be like, well, I'm probably responsible for like 1 in 3. But like on an individual day-to-day basis, you could be like only a 35% chance basically that I off that guy today. Sure, let's go out for lunch, man. Do you know that it's disclosed? Is it really disclosed? Like afterwards, they're like, you actually were the dude who pulled the lever? Yeah, there's no shot, dude. After you pulled a couple of those levers, you would be like, they just feel different, right? Because I'm sure that the two that don't do anything are just like the Champions of Fire lever that I pulled to select the games that I was going to play, where I expected it to have like a coiled spring inside of it, so it would be like ka-chunk, but actually it was just like a piece of styrofoam fucking like wedged into a little semicircle. So when you grabbed it, it just went like. I'm sure when you pull the lever and you have to go like, you're probably like, oh fuck, shit. 3 levers, but only one of them sends an electronic signal. Nah, man, no. Because it sounds insane, but a full battery, like a AA battery that's full, weighs more than a AA battery that's empty. When the TV remote runs out of batteries and you take the batteries out and you feel them, you're like, of course this shit's out. It's like light as a feather. Then you go to the cabinet and you get yourself a couple new batteries and you're like, damn, these things are fucking flush, man. You can tell, dude. You can tell. Oh! It's half a nanogram. Yeah, I'm like a super weigher or whatever. You know, like all the people who only eat chicken tenders, they're like, it's not my fault I'm a picky eater. I just got that gene that makes like literally every single vegetable taste bad, even though every vegetable tastes different. Except for like, cabbage and Brussels sprouts are pretty close. I'll give you that one. And like, what's weird is you would expect like broccoli and cauliflower to taste the same. But I really feel like that if you give me a blind taste test, I think I'm getting 75% correct. 10 out of 10, no, I mean, that's crazy. I really think people overestimate how much their taste buds are. Let me rephrase. I think they underestimate how much their taste buds are informed by their eyes. I think you can tell the difference between Diet Coke and Coke. Yes. Well, let me rephrase. I think in a blind taste test, I think I could tell the difference between Diet Coke and Coke. But I don't think I could tell the difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero. And I'll even do you one better. I think if you lined up 8 different zero sugar colas, I think there's a realistic chance that I would get 0 right. I think that I would think that, like, I've been drinking this Western Family Kicking Back zero sugar cola. It tastes exactly the same as Coke Zero to me, which tastes exactly the same as Diet Coke. There's a massive difference. How can there be a massive difference? They're the 2 most similar beverages on the planet. They're almost chemically identical and have borderline the same nutritional information on the label. What do you mean there's a massive difference? A massive difference. I don't buy it, man. There's a difference. I'm sure like one of them has like a chiral form of aspartame or something like that, but it's insane how different they taste. If you're not scared, then nut up. Blind taste test. 10 cans, 5 Diet Cokes. No, you don't get to know. You don't get to know. Because here's the thing. Because if it's a blind fucking taste test, then if I put 10 cans of Coke Zero in front of you and blindfolded you, I want you to say Coke Zero 10 fucking times. I don't want you to know that there's 5 Diet Cokes and 5 Coke Zeros. I want you to have the level of confidence where you're like, this tastes so much like Coke Zero, I can't not say Coke Zero, even though this is like the 8th one in a row. Or there might be 9 Diet Cokes and 1 Coke Zero. Or I might hit you with 5 straight Coke Zeros and 5 straight Diet Cokes. You really think, given the intellectual mix-up that I'm hitting you with, you think you're still getting 100%? I might even throw in a fucking Pepsi. To be honest with you, I might put in a Pepsi in there just to see. 10 waters. You need Kate to set this up for you? I don't think so, because like my base case is that I don't think I could tell the difference. You have my word that if it was set up for me, I would try to answer it honestly. But I definitely, like when I drink a Coke Zero and I drink a Diet Coke, it activates the same part of my brain. If anything, to me, a Diet Coke tastes a little saltier, and a Coke Zero tastes a little sweeter. But I don't think I could, without being able to see the can in advance, I don't think I could pick up on that. I also think that it might be related to the fact that the only time I have Diet Coke is when I'm at like a ramen restaurant, because for some reason they don't stock Coke Zero. They're still stuck in like 1997 when it comes to the beverage selection. Bet you set your alarms with Bixby too. You know what? Alarm audit right now. You ready for an alarm audit? I have like 7 alarms on my phone active. Okay, first alarm, 1 a.m. It says check on my daughter's name. This is when she was sick like 3 months ago. Then I have an alarm that goes off at 4:20 a.m. It says dad's birthday. And you're going to say, why do you have that every single day? Because one time I put an alarm in my phone that was dad's birthday, and then I just started changing the time and like using that. And then I have a one that goes off at 4:30. That one's called library book and check. I guess at some point I had an errand to run at a specific time. And that has now become my 4:30 everyday alarm. Then I got my real alarm start going off at 5:15. That one says register for boxing. That one goes off every day. At 5:20 a.m., I have fill coffee mug. I think that was when we were on the cruise. I set an alarm at like 8 p.m. to be like, fill up your coffee mug with hot coffee so you can put it in your fridge and it'll be cold in the morning. Email this guy, he works at the bank that I go to. That's 5:25 a.m. Now this is funny. At 5:30 a.m., I have another alarm that says dad's birthday and anniversary. So I guess on the second year of using these alarms, I didn't reuse the one that said dad's birthday and anniversary. I made another one. And then I've got an alarm that goes off at 7:35 that says mom's birthday. And those go off every day. I do also have an alarm that only goes off once a year at 5:20 a.m., and that one's called Bear's birthday. Are these all active? Well, on 6 days a week, I only use 5:15, 5:20, 5:25, and 5:30. And usually I hit it on the first one or the second one. Once a week, I'm using that 4:15, 4:30 alarm combo. And then like a couple times a year, I'm using the special ones. Why don't you have Kate's birthday in there? Because I'm not going to forget it because I live with Kate. But when you don't live with your parents, sometimes it can sneak up on you because you're like worried about like your own shit. And then you're like, oh, right, it's my mom's birthday in like 8 days. So then you put the alarm in your phone that's like 7 days from now. Don't forget that it's your mom's birthday tomorrow. What alarm sound do you use? That's a good question. Can I tell you? I'm on Android, so make fun of me. My alarm sound is homecoming. That's my alarm in the morning. I'm awake. Every once in a while, it does blow me away. There's like 2 things that are foundational and obvious, but when you really think about them, they're a striking fact, man. One is that except for the energy that comes from like geothermal vents, all the energy that exists on planet Earth came from the sun. That's fucking crazy. We really are a fraud planet in the solar system. We don't make shit here. All that shit is made on the sun and then exported here, that's fucking crazy. Everything that not just food that you consume, the processes that went into like making the clothes that you wear, everything originally came from the sun. Unless you live in Iceland. That's crazy, man. The second one is that this is not like civilization where you fucking unlock technology as you go along. Like the world has been like the same broadly from like a base material standpoint since human beings came into existence. So like if the cavemen locked the fuck in, they could have had TV and skateboards and shit. But they were too busy like hunting and gathering or whatever. Like it's not like, oh, we can't unlock TV yet. We haven't hit the year like 1941, right? What I'm trying to say is that in the 20th century, like people were just mogging their ancestors, I guess. All right, except for the Flintstones. That's true. I was watching an episode of the Flintstones, I don't know, like 3 months ago on vacation. You wouldn't believe it, man. They were trying to put a man on the moon. They strapped Barney and Fred into a fucking rocket that was just a hollowed out log. How did they shoot it into space? I know, they didn't have rocket fuel. They didn't have solid fuel boosters. So how did they get them into space? Big slingshot. Like 2 elastic bands tied to like a Y-shaped tree limb. And then they just like pulled it all the way back and went. And then these fucking morons, they weren't even in space. Like they were just flying through the air. And they were like, Barn, can you believe it? We're the first men in outer space, Barn. Yeah, it looks remarkably like 100 feet from where we live. I think I could see my fucking house. People were so stupid back then, man. It is actually crazy to think of like grown adults watching the Flintstones in like 1968. They'd be like, oh, I gotta get home from my job, like building the first fucking stealth bomber so I can watch the Flintstones. You know, out of nowhere, I got that Chibli stim stuck in my head again today that he did not invent, but he showed it to me. I hate this fucking game. Been playing Call of Duty for 18 hours. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I hate this fucking game. It's the worst game ever. Milk on me fucking lips.
Okay, I've been playing fucking Call of Duty for fucking 17 hours straight. I'm fucking upset. I've got milk on my fucking lips because I don't give a shit. I just like... And who gives a shit if I made a mess? So, I fucking punched the wall.
Let the record show his left hand has a bruise on his knuckles.
Like, twice, both hands.
Sorry, both hands.
I'm so fucking upset. I don't give a shit, man.
He doesn't give a shit, man. His knuckles are looking pretty bad at that point.
So, I fucking hate Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Real talk. Real talk.
So, it is the worst game ever. 17 hours straight. Fucking playing it, and fucking I can't get into it. I can't, man. It's not my fucking...
Every time I watch the video or hear Chibli watching the video, when he says he can't get into it, I always imagine that he spent like 19 hours at the main menu trying to figure out how to launch the game, and he just can't do it, man. And honestly, the older I get, I'm like, the more relatable that shit is. Like 15 years ago, the game just had a button that said like play, and then you were playing the game. Now you gotta fucking, I gotta go to the right single player, multiplayer playlist. What mode do I want to play? I don't know. Compiling shaders. You want to play Warzone, but you didn't download Warzone. You only have the single player and the multiplayer. You don't have the battle royale element. Yeah, he's trying to adjust the brightness. 17 hours straight. Move the slider until the emblem on the right is barely visible. The worst fucking game. I don't give a fuck. Milk on me lips because I don't fucking care. That's a classic video, man. That's definitely up there with you're shitting yourself. There is poop coming out of your ass. You don't know that one? Nice.
Get off the game, go to the bathroom, and take a shit. Now.
Hey.
Bathroom and shit now. Go to the bathroom and take a shit. I can smell you. Get off.
Hey,
go to the bathroom.
Get out.
Go to the bathroom. I can smell you shitting yourself. Get up and go to the bathroom. Now.
No.
Get
No.
up and go
No.
to the bathroom.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself.
Not yet. No.
I will rip everything apart. I swear to God. Go to the bathroom.
Not yet.
You're shitting yourself.
Not yet.
You're shitting yourself. Poop is coming out of your fucking asshole. Go to the bathroom.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go.
You ever see the one where the kid is playing Rainbow Six 3 and he's yelling at his mom on open comms because he told her to get him a chocolate milk and she didn't get it for him? You said you'd get me a chocolate milk and you didn't. That makes you a liar. Rage kid, video game, chocolate milk, yells at mom. You think it's this seems right to me. I apologize, there might be some language in here. This is from
No, I'm getting fucked by my traffic so much.
it's uploaded 19 years ago on YouTube. 19 years ago. So I apologize. They might say something that I 1 second. I gotta put it on like mute for you guys for a second because I don't know what this 13-year-old kid was talking about in 2006. Okay. I'm just gonna warn you that this is the loud. Despite not being that loud, it's basically the loudest thing I've ever heard. It's like the Don Cherry video where something about the compression is like, no matter how quiet you make it, it's too loud.
No, I'm getting fucked by my traffic so much. No, you're not. I have to. Damn, look out now! It's a clan match. Clan match! Why? I need it up. I need it up. No, I have to. It's a clan match. I have to! Stop! No, I have to! Mom, it's a clan match! You're messing me up! You're messing me up! You're messing me up! You're messing me up, Mom. It's a clan match.
It's a clan match, man.
You're messing me up. Stop. You're messing me up. You're messing me up. Let's do it down low.
All right, so this part, they're not even fighting, by the way. This dude is just emptying all of his bullets into like a metal grate to make the loudest sound that he possibly can.
No, don't turn it off. Well, why can't I have it up loud? You're not in bed yet. Why? Well, I need it up loud. Mom, I need it up. Whatever. I need it up. Why will I have to get off? Why? That's stupid. You always do that all the time. You never let me play it. You always get off. You have to get off. It's time to get off. I'm going to bed. Time to get off. Turn it down. You never let me have it up loud. This weekend you're like, yo, it's not, during the weekend you're up as loud as you want. So weekend right now, so I get it up as loud as I want. Why? 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 Okay. Why? Why? Why do I have to? I want to play. But that doesn't mean that I should have to get off. No, that's bull. I want chocolate milk, not this. You said that you didn't bring me a drink. I don't want to Mountain Dew. I want chocolate milk now. I want chocolate milk now. I want chocolate milk now. Why? That's what I want. Why can't you get it? Yes. Mom, get it. Get it. Get it. Mom, please get it. Why? That's bullshit.
Wow!
You said you'd give me a drink and you lied. No, you said you'd give me whatever I wanted to drink. And I said a Mountain Dew, and now I want chocolate milk. You're mean. You bitch. What? I want some fucking chocolate milk.
Damn! You can't say that to your mom, man. Are you crazy? Holy cow. He did call her a bee, dude. That's crazy. It's like psychic damage when I'm seeing this this comment that says this kid is now 20 years old, but the comment is from 9 years ago. That shit is so fucking funny, man. When you're like old enough to say the F word, but young enough that you still need to ask your mom to get you a fucking chocolate milk. It's a clan match. Mom, you be. It's got so many iconic lines, man. Every once in a while, I'm like, 2006 wasn't that long ago. And then I like watch something from 2006 and I'm like, never mind, man. That shit was like, that was like a century ago. I was born in 2006. Okay, well, I was fucking like 18 years old in 2006. So if you're gonna like be like, I'm old, well, like I'm older, so get mocked. Some things never changed. Oh, dude, your gorgeous shirt, your beautiful shirt. Oh man, this is what Trickshot Sim is all about. This is like a 2006 hangout simulator, man. Oh, your beautiful shirt gets claimed by who? By who? Anyway, a kid microwaves a glow stick. And then when he pulls the glow stick out of the microwave, he shakes it and it explodes in his eyes. And then he goes, Dad! And then his dad comes running in and he goes, oh, Jack, what did you do? What did you do? Oh, Jack. And you got it all over your beautiful shirt, you ding-a-ling. Plus you ruined your beautiful shirt. Oh, no, man. The YouTube description says for licensing permission to use, contact licensing at youcanmedia.com. You really would deprive the world of the joy from that video, man? That's sacrilegious for like early YouTube to do something like that. You probably put that shit on the internet to go viral. Then when it went viral, you're like, pay me? The dad's looking through his glasses like, trying to figure out if he needs to go to the hospital. I feel the older I get, the more I like feel bad for the dad, man, because he's probably like fucking, he's got his own shit to do. He's like 50 years old. That's like prime shit to do territory. And he's like, now all of a sudden I gotta push all my shit back like 12 hours because my kid microwaved a fucking glow stick. What the fuck, man? She was watching Fox News. He does. We can't say the video. We can't show the video. We could talk about the video. We could do a 90-minute podcast about the video. When the dad says, don't rub your eyes, and the kid walks in rubbing his fucking eyes. Oh. Oh, man, that's good stuff. I feel like that all the time. Not to these. My daughter's never microwaved a glue stick. But like the last hour before bed every night, I'm like, stop doing that shit. You're going to hurt yourself. And then she's like, just ignoring me. And then she fucking hurts herself a little bit. Like I was telling her, we have like her bed is like right next to our bed. But they're not one piece, right? Even though the one piece is real. So if you step right between the beds, your foot will slide through and swallow up your whole leg, basically. So I was like, stop jumping on the bed. You got to watch out because the bed is right next to your crib. Your foot could get stuck. And she, hunk. And then as soon as her foot fell into the quicksand, she must have known that like I was pissed because she went, Mom, help me. And Mom came in and she was like, did Daddy tell you not to jump on the bed? And she was like crying. She was like, yes. Yeah, you don't even get to be smug is like the worst part too. Because first you got to like make sure she didn't like break her ankle or something like that. And kids' bones are like so fragile that you never know, man. They could break it just by like tripping on a rock or something. So first you like you're pissed, but you got to be like, are you okay? And then she's like, yeah. And then you're like, well, knock it off. I fucking told you, man. Stop doing that shit. Nirvana kind of ass? No, not really. Okay, band, great shirts. So true. You know what's great is that, like, the meme of someone wearing a Nirvana shirt but not knowing anything about the music, you might think it's, like, relatively recent, but that shit was part of the culture when I was in, like, 8th grade. You would see, like, other 8th graders wearing a Nirvana shirt that did not listen to Nirvana. Like, it's been 25 years of that, man. And Sublime. No, Sublime is worse because the people that wear the merch actually listen to the music. I'm being booed, and they're throwing rocks at me. People who have seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers in concert 22 times are throwing rocks at me. I got asked to name 3 Led Zeppelin albums and I couldn't. That might be the most finely crafted bait message of all time. I support that. My ass like, Led Zeppelin 4, Led Zeppelin 3, and Houses of the Holy. Ah, fuck. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I didn't notice. We take those. He's so random. You ever done a winky tongue in real life? No? Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I was always a little too self-serious. I've had someone do it to me. My man. For a MySpace pic? Should bring back MySpace pictures, man. Nah, I do. I really did grow up in that era, though. Well, no, not really, because I kind of like... MySpace kind of popped off when I was in like 12th grade. But not many people in my school had one. And then in freshman year of college, we went to Facebook instead. And Facebook profile photos were largely like popped collar, Old Navy polo shirts with like 40 red Solo cups in the background. I feel like MySpace photos was like when you get the knee-high socks, but you cut out like a thumb and finger holes, and then you have your photo like this. And it's, for some reason, it's like, it's 98% dim. I turned my MySpace into a YTMND. Damn, dude. That takes me back. Punch the keys, for God's sakes. Is YTMND still around? Is there anybody that's been like a 25-year user of YTMND? Like a YTMND diamond user? Yes, and it's used by mostly just schizophrenics, and I'm not saying that to be rude. It happens sometimes. Not wrong. I mean, I don't think I've been to YTMND since like probably like 2002 or something, 2003. You ever been to our gangstalking? Not yet. I hope I'm not banned from that one yet. What subreddit was it where like somebody made a bunch of posts that was like someone's coming into my house and like stealing shit and like stealing all the data out of my computer? And then the top comment was like, hey, just so you know, it sounds like you are experiencing delusions. Your house may have a carbon monoxide leak. And then the guy got it fixed and he was like, holy shit, thank you for saving my life. Yeah, that's the one right there. Posted notes left in it. That's 10 years ago. Holy fuck. I found a yellow Post-it note in a handwriting that wasn't mine on my desk, reminding me of some errands that I had to do, but told literally no one about it. Someone has been breaking into my apartment, leaving Post-it notes for me. On the 28th, I woke up to find another Post-it note that said, our landlord isn't letting me talk to you. It's important that we do. I immediately checked the webcams folder on my computer, found nothing from the night before. I have really bad headaches. Well, maybe it's fake, but at least it's like the good kind of fake that's like actual like creative writing that inspires like some emotion, instead of like the normal type of fake that you see, which is designed to either make women hate all men or make men hate all women. That seems to be the predominant form of like virulent, contagious mental illness on Reddit. Posts that say all women like sushi. Buddy! I can only speak to my own experience. But I will say on Sunday, we'd had a long day, and I said, should I didn't say, what do you want for dinner? I made the first move, because chicks like that. I said, should I just order pizza tonight? And I swear to you, on my mother's life, she said, I'm actually kind of feeling sushi tonight. You're going to say, big deal? It's not a big deal. I like sushi, but can I tell you what we ate on Friday night? 2 days prior to that, a little bit of sushi as well. A little bit of sushi. That's not the kind of post I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, do you think for like the average individual that uses a lot of Reddit, it's probably not healthy to see 50 new made up posts every day that are like, my wife or my husband is cheating on me, and like every single one reads like a creative writing exercise? Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But I do think a lot of the stories are like really fake and damaging for the psyche. TikTok as well. I'm from a different generation. I only expose myself to text-based slop. I did see a screenshot of Gen Z comments on a TikTok video that was like POV, you're in a millennial restaurant. And even though I take the millennial side in a lot of arguments, I do have to say, I was reading those Gen Z comments like, yeah, get their ass. We do food a little different here. One guy comes out in like a waxed fucking mustache, and then another guy comes out with like a black apron on. Two guys, one silly idea. Appetizers are called shareables. Yeah. There's one section of the menu that's, they call the burgers handhelds instead of burgers or sandwiches. Truffle fries. Those fucking insanely tall metal stools that always feel like you're one sneeze away from like falling 5 feet to the ground. They have a house aioli. The fries are hand cut. The other one, and I'm not the first person to make this observation. Well, there's two. I do get a little bit annoyed by cafes and restaurants that sell merch close to the door. That's one. The other one I was going to say is white subway tile walls and then a pink neon sign that says like, you know, I love carbs, or like don't talk to me until I've had my tacos, or like et cetera, et cetera. Eats, sure. Good vibes. This is the place, dude. So true. This is the place. That would be too much for me. I wouldn't leave because I'm just not that kind of guy, but I would remark upon it. Millennials going to be the last cringe generation? No, I don't think so. I think every generation is cringe looking back. Like, first, you're young, then you're contemporary. When what you're doing is part of the contemporariness, it's contemporaneous, I should say, it's not cringe. Peak cringe is one time jump past contemporaneous. It's wearing bell bottoms in the 80s when everybody else has big hair. It's wearing tight neon stuff in like the early 2000s when everyone's wearing bootcut jeans. So this is, and I embrace it, it's peak millennial cringe. In like 10 more years, millennial stuff is going to be retro. And then like after that, it's just going to be history. But I don't know what Gen Z cringe will be yet. I have some guesses, but I don't feel comfortable being the first to market on them. Because if I'm wrong, it's a big swing. All right, sex scenes in movies is a big one for sure. Vaping, I would feel comfortable putting the foot past the line on vaping, I guess. Vaping's millennial though. In Conclave, when fucking old ass Cardinal Tiesto hits the vape, but it's also Gen Z because Honora hits the vape. AI-ridden emails to your family. Okay, but that hasn't played out yet. That might end up being a millennial, boomer, or Gen Z thing. That's cross-generational. 100% it's the horrors persist type language. I can't say it. You can't force me to say it. Say it? I think I did just say it, but Gen X is just like, they always complain about how like they're not invited to like the melee. Like millennials and boomers and Gen Z are fighting, and then Gen X is like, there's that classic tweet that's like, you know, millennials, fuck boomers, fuck millennials, Gen X. I used to play on a steel slide at the playground when I was a kid. One time I went down it and it tore a gash in my leg 6 inches deep, but nobody was around to take me to the hospital or whatever it is. We used to drink out of the garden hoses. And this isn't just a Gen Z thing. This might even be like a millennial thing. I don't know. But whenever you talk about like the short-term future and people say some shit like, brother, we aren't even going to be alive in 2031. I'm like, no, we are. It just might be like worse than it already is right now. The vast majority of us, given the demographics in this chat, are going to be alive in 2031. I wouldn't base your decisions in 2025 on the idea that like the world won't exist in 2031. I might base them a little bit on the fact that it's uncertain whether things will be better, but you'll probably still be, statistically, you'll probably be chilling. Chilling metabolically, like psychiatrically, it could be a disaster or it could be awesome. I don't know. Millennial David Byrne be like, this is not my domestic partner. It works so well though. If you could just say, well, maybe it just works if you say straight millennial David Byrne. Because I can't say it for sure, but I have no reason to believe he's not straight. But it's kind of funny to call a straight person straight. Imagine being a straight millennial. Magresta, unironically problematic. You don't think if I could have been a little bit gay, I would have been a little bit gay? I would have so much more aura if I had some genuine homosexuality within me to embrace. But instead, I didn't choose to be straight, man. It's just fucking baked into the DNA or like my upbringing or something. And I can't put on airs. That's offensive. I guess I do put on airs all the time. When I say things like, why is it always the skinny guys with painted nails that are like slanging huge schmeat balls everywhere? Straight David Byrne be like, this is not my beautiful domestic partner. There's something to it. I know we've done it before, but like it is funny when straight guys call their girlfriend or wife their partner. But I also get it because increasingly there's like, and I'm not, this is without judgment. I'm coming from a position of like, I totally understand it. There's a lot of like committed long-term relationships that have opted to never get married. So if you've been in one of those for like 12 years or something like that, I get the dilemma because you maybe don't want to say my wife because you're not married, but you also don't want to make it seem too casual by saying like my girlfriend. Like girlfriend feels like it's not 100% one-to-one, but it's like girlfriend sort of seems like we're kind of undecided on whether we're gonna keep this going forever. Like she's still on like relationship probation or whatever. So partner makes sense, man. But calling your wife your partner is funny. This is why people have fiancés for like 10 years. I think it's just because they can't like lock in or whatever. You could like pretty much get it done this afternoon, right? Sorry if you're watching this with your fiancé and you don't want to get married today. If they're in the room, but I'm pretty sure you could just like go to City Hall or whatever and like knock that shit out. It might take you 2 days because at least in BC, you also have to like go to a place where they're like, give us your ID so we can make sure like you're not related or something. But like for the most part, I'm pretty sure that rarely ends up being a problem. Before my wife and I could get our marriage certificate, we had to go to like a London Drugs, which is basically like a I don't even know what you do, like a Target, and then talk to someone at an insurance desk and like sign some forms. And then they're like, okay, we're just going to check and make sure like you're not blood relatives. And I was like, I could save you some time, man. You could just like use your eyeballs and look at us. But I didn't say it. Would have been fucked up to say that, but I think he would have laughed probably. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Yeah, exactly. My wife's not bald. They need an Uber service, but instead it's just waiting in line for you. Dude, I actually had that, or let me rephrase. I saw that once. When we were in San Francisco, my manager who lives there was like, you got to go to this ramen place. So we went to the ramen place and we had to line up like 45 minutes before it opened to get a table. And the dude in front of us, we got to talking and he was like, oh, I'm not actually eating here. I'm just holding a place in line. It was Mensho Ramen. You're absolutely correct. And it was great, to be fair. And they were playing Kinoshita Yuka videos on the TV while we were eating. But yeah, he was getting paid to hold a spot in line for somebody else who would then come and take his spot. And at the time, I was like, wow, San Francisco is so futuristic. And now looking back, I'm like, whoa, what a fucking harbinger of shit to come. Me in like 2013, I was like, wow, San Francisco's the future. Me in 2025, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I listen, man? I saw the future. NL, do you have children? Yes and no. What do you mean? I have one child. It's annoying to get into the semantics because sometimes you say life changes after you have kids, and then you get like 1,000 messages that are like, when did you get a second kid? But like, it's not part of the English phrase book to say life changes when you have a kid. Having kids it sounds backwards, but it's both singular and plural, man. I'm not trying to steal valor from anyone who has more than one kid. That shit is like a lot harder than having just one kid. If you have 9 kids, they take care of each other. Remember Kate was watching some like South Korean TV show, and it was there's a lot of kids in the family, so statistically one of them might be watching, so I apologize. But it was like these South Korean documentaries on TV. Oftentimes they're about like Americans living in South Korea and like what their life is like. But this was like someone who worked, it was a devoutly religious American family. The father worked for like the US military in some capacity. They lived in Korea and had like 12 kids or something like that. And I was like, damn. Having one kid in the country in which I've lived in like 97% of my life is like hard enough. I can't imagine having 12 kids in the country where like they didn't really speak the language, which seems kind of crazy to me. Like the 7 and 8 year old were like in school, but they were still learning like the South Korean alphabet and shit. I was like, that's wild. But they were taking care of each other. Like the 11-year-old was like making breakfast for the 6, 5, and 3-year-old. So there was a part of me that's like, damn, maybe it's actually like easier to have 12 kids. Once the first one gets to be like 12 at least, then the rest of them they can start pitching in. You need to move to Utah. Utah's not, well, actually, maybe I would fit in too well in Utah. Because I watched that documentary about like the polygamous, I don't know what you call it, base, commune. It's not really a commune. They were going off-site to like work and shit like that. But when I watched the polygamous documentary, I was like, without a doubt, you feel bad for the 8 wives of the one guy. But something that I felt like people were not ready to admit is that I also felt pretty bad for the one guy with 8 wives. Because he was trying to support like 8 fucking families on like a USPS mail carrier salary. And also like, I mean, like, I don't think the guy gets any days off, man. It's his fault, don't get me wrong, but also like, you know, there's some days you just finish work and you're like, I just gotta like handle my own stuff, but it's like every night is like the one of your wives hasn't seen you for a whole week, man. So you know, I'm not making anything lewd. I'm just like, I guarantee she's got like 8 dreams that she has to tell you about. So like already you gotta lock in on that one. I felt bad for everybody involved, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And also the wives were like getting jealous of each other and stuff and like getting into shouting matches. And I was like, damn, can't you guys see that like this guy is dirt? You're fighting to get 1/8 of this motherfucker right here? You're like jealous that like he's not, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying he's like, you know, he's just a dude. He's nothing special. They were like going off on each other and stuff. I'm like, damn. Dirt is not bad. You need dirt to grow crops, man. Surely there must be a lot of single guys too. I never really thought about it, but I guess if like every man is having like multiple wives, I don't know, man. It just kind of makes me uncomfortable. But I was like, do they source them all like within the community? Or do they like bring them in from outside or whatever? I mean, maybe it's a little bit of both. You would be a Joseph Smith head for sure. No disrespect at all. I really, like for the most part, I don't care. But there's no shot if like my friend comes back from a night out and is like, I found some fucking, God spoke to me and I found some golden plates in my yard that are like the new Bible. I would be like, fuck off. No, you fucking didn't. There's none of my friends at all would I believe them for even a second. And he won't show them to you. Even if he showed them to me, I would probably be like, you just had that shit embossed yesterday. Like, how do I know that that shit is fucking from 6,000 years ago or whatever? Anybody can make a plate, man. Have you ever been to IKEA? I just think like if one of the religions is real, I'm destined to go to hell. And that's fine. Like, it's not fine. It's pretty bad, I guess, like in the whole eternity sense. But like, I just don't think I have it in me. I'm not hating on what anybody wants to practice. I'm just saying, like, and even if I was, I would probably not be hating on the Mormons. I would be hating on the people whose like religious views on Facebook are like flying spaghetti monster. Because you're putting on airs. At least the Mormons believe in the Mormonism. You don't believe that there's a flying spaghetti monster. Mormons love soda too. You know how there was like the Council of Nicaea that was like, we're trying to determine whether the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost are three different facets of the divine being, or if it's just three literal different entities, and like thousands of people like lost their lives over that. Didn't they do one of those for like soda? Like I know that the Mormon Bible, right, is like you can't have like brewed beverages, but there's like an exception for soda or something. It's only hot drinks. Okay. Mormon here? No. Sorry. No, there wasn't like a council, or no, it was never banned. No offense, but why are you here? Are you talking to me or the Mormon guy? I got no problem with a Mormon person being in my chat. I mean, we make fun of... I think I probably at this point have made fun of like all religions except one. Including atheism, of which I'm a devout believer. Maybe two, now that I think about it. But there's some I'm just not comfortable going in on at all. But like, I don't mind poking a little bit of fun at Christianity and Mormonism for sure. By the way, I don't know if Arson is here, but you said something so real in the Peloton Discord. People are talking about how they're tweaking their investments because there's a little bit of turbulence in the markets right now for unknown reasons. Arson said something I really relate to. He said, I just keep investing because I figure like most of the time over a long enough time scale, it goes up. And if it goes down enough, I'll just die. I was like, that's real fucking like approaching middle-age energy. Like when I was 25, I would get on an airplane. I'd be like, oh, what if it crashes? What am I going to do? Now I get on an airplane and I'm like, what if it crashes? I guess I'll fucking die. That's like the one time I don't have to do anything. What can I do? I can't do shit. You might as well just, lock in, I guess. It's not really nihilism. It's more like, you can't... if some worry once, it comes to pass, you suffer twice. Don't worry, it comes to pass, you only suffered once. Most of the times, still, the plane doesn't crash, although the numbers appear to be trending in the opposite direction at present. But I do think it's kind of a powerful energy to be like, I guess I'll just be dead then. I'm going on a flight tomorrow. Well, I have to ask you, this is a real question. Are you actually scared, or do you just want us to think that you're scared so we give you sympathy? Because I feel like if you're actually scared, I will give you my sympathy. But if you're just like, if you don't feel the fear inside of your body, but you're saying, I have a flight tomorrow, Monka S, then I am taking someone else's sympathy away from you. The latter, I'm ready to die. That's what it's all about. That's unironically my fucking energy when I lock into seat 32C. I'm like, bring it on. Bring it the fuck on. And then most of the time, it's just like halfway through the flight, I'm just like, damn, it's taking forever for the drink cart to get back here so I can get a third of a can of Diet Coke. Not to be Jerry Seinfeld pill, but why does airplane food still suck? I think there's a lot of reasons, man. I think the simple one is that they don't have to serve you good food because you're just going to buy whatever ticket is cheapest anyway. It's not like you're going to fly on Delta because the ticket was like $800 and the United ticket was $1,100 and then be like, oh, this food sucks, I'm going to change brands. Like you're just going to go with whoever has the cheapest option in the future. It is crazy to me, though, that they don't like just put like McDonald's on the airplane. I guess here's the thing, if they put McDonald's on the airplane, too many people would eat it. It would probably be like annoying as fuck for the flight attendants, right? They would be like, oh, okay, we need 400 fucking chicken McNuggets stat, man. Like, fire up the deep fryers. Maybe the food sucking is actually like, it's intentional. At least on like domestic flights where food isn't served quote unquote for free. Maybe they make the food kind of bad to keep the demand relatively low so the flight attendants can, you know, have a little break or something instead of spending all their time slinging up like Nashville hot chicken to everybody. The air would be so fucking bad. It's true. The air is already so like, it's heavy in a McDonald's that has a door that opens up to the outside every time someone goes in or out. Inside of that closed airplane, I can't even imagine, man. But imagine being one of the motherfuckers who opens the door when the jetway pulls up. I bet that would be the smell of your fucking life, man. Everyone would be coming off with like fucking 30 forehead zits and stuff like that from all the airborne grease. When I worked at a fast food restaurant, the menu was above me. Okay, first off, can I just say, I'm familiar with the layout of a fast food restaurant. Most of them, the menu is up there. Then I see that you have followed it up by saying, I got to see the bottom of people's necks all day. I never really thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense. They are going like that. Any minute now. Halfway through the stream already. Fartmaster 18. I always read it like that, man. Yes, dude. Yes. No, I'm not hitting that shit off stream. I'm drinking a zero sugar cola, but I don't want you guys to see the bottom of my neck. You have to work at McDonald's to get that kind of treatment. Drinking a Rockstar Energy. Haters will say it's fake, but that used to be Mouth's alcoholic beverage of choice. Rockstar Vodka Energy and there was one more. Oh, Palm Bay, man. Palm Bay, the like vodka or I don't know if they're wine coolers or like vodka coolers or something. No, man. It's funny, man. It's pretty funny. Was he 18? More or less, yeah. I'm sorry I've told it 50 times, but it's like one of my favorite stories. Because we were just walking around in downtown Toronto and we'd been staying at Malf's apartment. This is like 2013 or 2012. And we came across a man who might be described as living outside. And he had a big winter coat. And he stopped us because we were in the right demographic and said, hey, boys, I'm selling beers for $5 a pop. And then he opened his coat and had like his pockets were stuffed with like Lakeport Honey cans. And we were like, that's funny. So we all bought like a can of beer out of the guy's coat, including Mouth. And then the guy went to Mouth and he said, hey, brother, before you drink it, can I have a sip? And then Mouth said, sure, no problem. And then he just chugged the whole beer in front of him. And like walked away. It's so good, man. And $5 a beer was, especially for a lukewarm stolen can of Lakeport Honey, that was an overpay back then. We probably could have negotiated, but you pay a little extra for like the situation for sure. Do you think that the US is going to create a strategic cum reserve? I was actually thinking that if like Sacha Baron Cohen could like infiltrate the administration, he might be able to create a strategic cum reserve. By spinning it like, we need to store this good American cum from before everyone went woke and the microplastics and stuff like that. Like we need a basin of good old-fashioned pre-PFA forever chemical American cum. Guy who holds a lot of semen stocks. They should make a strategic cum reserve. The shit you start to think about 6 minutes into a TrickshotSimulator stream. You're over-rotating. There's shit coming out of your asshole. I don't want Mountain Dew anymore. I want a chocolate milk. You said I could have whatever drink I wanted. I wanted Mountain Dew, but now I want chocolate milk. You bee! You're mean! Insanely loud gunfire in the background. So I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go back to it.
No, I'm getting fucked by my fucking to you. No, you're not. I have. I need it on No, I have to. It's a clan match.
It's okay. I have to. It's a clan match.
Stop! No, I have to. Mom, it's a clan match. You're messing me up. You're messing me up. You're messing me up. Bring me chocolate milk. Why?
I know, sorry. The other element of this that's really funny is in Rainbow Six 3, when you talked, it would make your character talk. So I normally don't do this, but you kind of gotta see this.
No. Why? I want some motherfucking chocolate milk. I don't have to get up. You said that you'd get it for me. Why? That's bullshit! That's bullshit! That's fucked up! I don't have to do shit! It's bullshit.
Oh, dude. That's fucked up. I know on like r/IM13, people are like, that is bullshit. What the fuck do you mean? She said she would get you a drink and she didn't? So what if you changed your mind after she brought you the first drink? She said she'd get you whatever you wanted, didn't she? Not the asshole. What are you doing if your kid does that in 9 years? There's been times I've almost yanked or flipped the fucking master switch for electricity in the house, and she's only 4, man. She starts pulling that. The reason I don't do it is because she's 4. She's not going to understand. There's probably like a better way to deal with it. If she's like 14, I'm going to get a phone app that just turns off all the power in the house. You could just take away the device. Yeah, but it's all fucking devices now. Everyone's got a phone, an iPad, a laptop, a computer, a smart TV, beeper shoved up their ass and shit. Like, it never ends, man. When you get grounded as a kid and then mom catches you saying Fustro Da on the smart fridge, she's gonna be pissed, man. I do remember one time my dad got mad at me for making too much noise at night. So like I woke up in the morning and my Xbox was gone. I was probably like 13. And I called my mom. She was at work. I was like, I think someone stole my Xbox. And she was like, oh yeah, your dad like unplugged it and took it to work with him. I was like, that's fucking bullshit. No one has ever been treated like this ever before. And it's also funny in hindsight to imagine my dad carrying a briefcase with a fucking Xbox in it, man. He probably just left it in the trunk, but it's funnier the other way. I mean, I was mad for like a day, and I could say like I get it now, but I pretty much got it like within 5 minutes of finding out that it happened. Intellectually, I was like, that's pretty fair, but my feelings were hurt, so it made it like hard to admit. What'd you get grounded for? I never really got grounded. Like I was kind of, and I'm not saying this was hard. I have a lot of respect for the suburbs that I grew up in. But like, you don't really need to get grounded when you're like 14 and live in the suburbs. Because like, you can't go anywhere unless someone drives you there anyway. So I was kind of like, being grounded was sort of like the base case. I biked when I was a kid, but like, I don't know. It was kind of like, it was like nowhere to bike. Biking for me was more like an elementary and middle school thing. In high school, I don't know. I feel like bikes kind of fell off for a couple of years. But there was like, I mean, all you could really bike to in my suburb was like, you could bike to like the library, I guess. Now you bike literally nowhere. Yeah, but I have to bring it back because I'm actually fighting back. Me and all the other stationary bike heads had a conversation. And what we've decided is to treat people who go to the gym to lift weights the same way they treat people who ride stationary bikes. I don't get it. You go to like a building and you like pick up objects of different weights like over and over. Why don't you just go like outside and like find a rock or something for free? Like there's plenty of rocks and like cinder blocks and bricks and boulders and shit like that around. That's what I would probably do. I mean, I'm not doing either of it, but I would probably go just pick up like a rock or something, or maybe like an old tire. What if you wanted to do progressive overload? Oh, yeah, you're right, because all rocks are the same size. Okay, sure, man. Guy who's never been outside. Yeah, every rock is definitely the same weight. Try leaving your house sometime, bozo. Post your bench 1 rep max. Bro, girls don't care about how much you can bench. They only care if you have like a pure heart or whatever, or some shit. I don't know, and you're tall. That one's probably pretty real, I think. But I don't know. I'm not in the game, but I do think it probably helps. Can I ask a subtle question about male homosexuality? There is, I would say, a dated heterosexual male discourse, which is sexually frustrated men will say something like, it would be easier if we were all gay, because then we could just fucking suck each other all the time. Because the idea is that men are pigs who have low standards and will just go for whatever, right? But the older I get, the more I'm like, and I'm asking you this question honestly, if you are a gay man, it kind of seems harder to be a gay man. Because you see a lot of like busted straight couples who are like with each other for their inner beauty. But I feel like gay guys are like so much hotter than straight guys on average. Well-groomed, good shape, proper diet, good fashion sense, good skincare, stuff like that. I feel like it skews in that direction. So I feel like you're like the level of competition, like it's like the difference between unranked and ranked. It seems hard is what I'm trying to say. Please stop describing it like a video game. But that's like the only frame of reference I can use for anything that I don't personally experience. You're kind of spitting right now? That's how I feel. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's true, but that's how I feel. I don't know. It's hard to talk about it with nuance, I guess, man. You'd be a rank 1 messy bitch? I don't know. I don't think I would be, to be honest. I don't think I would be rank 1, and I don't think I'm a messy bitch. I think I'm just the guy. I'm pretty not messy. Like socially, and also it might surprise you, but also like in the realm of cleanliness of my life. I'm not the cleanest guy or the tidiest guy, but I'm not messy by any stretch. How do you think straight women feel about it? We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about something else. We'll get to your turn too, okay? We're talking about something else right now, and we're trying to come up with like a universal truth that we can all find relatable, okay? We'll get to the other side of it. I don't know, man. I don't know how straight women feel. We've made that clear. What about the lesbians? Well, that's the thing is now that's like, I'm way out of my realm. I don't know. I have no concept of that. I can kind of put myself in the shoes of a gay man as a man, but it would be difficult for me to put myself in the shoes of a lesbian woman, I think. Well, on the what you might say it's only one leap, like it's the same number of leaps, but it's harder for me to imagine being a woman than it is for me to imagine liking dudes. But I might have to talk about that with my therapist. Like, even if I'm 10% gay, I'm 0% lesbian. I can't bridge the gap on that one. You're brave to say that. I actually am brave to say that because on this website, just saying the term gay, straight, or lesbian leads to 5,000 people typing Krungo in chat or typing like Monka S, like they think it's going to be the mask off moment. After like 14 years of streaming, I'm going to be like, oh, you guys didn't know? You guys didn't know this whole time I've actually been homophobic? Really? I thought I like hinted at being like insanely homophobic. But no, I guess like it's time to come out and say it. We're talking about shit with nuance here, man. I think being a gay man is probably, it feels like playing in a clan match instead of playing like Team Slayer. That's what I'm saying. Because when you're playing Team Slayer, occasionally there's going to be another motherfucker on the other team that's also sick with the BXR. But if you're going into a clan match, you know absolutely everybody has been reading the game FAQ strategies and knows like the tier list of the loadouts and shit like that. So you might go from like a top fragger in Team Slayer to like a mid-game Andy when you go to the clan match. Or I don't know, maybe I don't know. That I definitely don't know. I'm just kind of talking, I guess. The gamer analogy confuses me. I'm saying it's harder, okay? Because, like, when you go up to, like, a casual Mario Kart lobby, aka being straight, a lot of the dudes that are lining up on the grid with you are busted and fucked up. But when you go to the fucking tournament, aka being gay, I feel like everybody that paid the entry fee for the tournament knows how to hit the fucking blue sparks, is what I'm trying to say. Does anybody follow what the fuck I'm saying here? Yes, and you're right. Okay. All right, now we can talk about how the straight women feel about it. Now this, I don't know. I've got to come up with another cracked analogy. I don't know, man. One thing I do know from what I've read online is that you're sick of seeing male dating profiles that have a dude holding a fish. And I can understand that because, like, I'm sure if you see it enough, you're like, it's played out. But there's probably like 1 in 10 women that sees that is probably like, damn, that's a big fucking smallmouth bass. I got to talk to this fella right here. It's like 1 in 52,000. Oh man, we were in there too. So is that Japanese word you just typed? Is that the orb you run your fingers over? I don't want to say it out loud in case it's like fetish content, but I'm pretty sure that what you're describing is the... No, it's not. That's a different vowel. Okay. I'm glad I didn't read it out loud because I don't know what the other word means. That's not the orb with the gloves where you go like... Put the boar hides in the bag. When I need to lock in at the fucking hunter-gatherer office. Put the berries in the sack. Whatever, man. Just put the berries in the sack. I kill 4 boars a year. Okay, I know what you're referencing, and I wish that I didn't, but I'm glad that I did. Chibli, have you ever... Oh, fuck, I closed the video again. Chibli, have you ever seen this video? Chocolate, milk, kid, rage, Rainbow Six, Xbox Live, freakout. Viewer discretion is advised.
No, I'm getting fucked in my so I can turn my TV up. No, you're not. I have to. Damn, look out now! It's a clan match. Why? I need it up. I need it up fast. No, I have to. It's a clan match.
This is where it goes crazy.
Stop. No, I have to. Mom, it's a clan match. You're messing me up. You're messing me up. You're messing me up. You're messing me up, Mom. I want some fucking chocolate milk. Why would I get in trouble? You said you'd bring me whatever I wanted to drink, and now you won't. That means you're lying. No. Bring me chocolate milk. Why? I want some motherfucking chocolate milk. I don't have to get up. You said that you'd get it for me. Why? That's bullshit! That's bullshit!
You ever see that one, Chibli? It was uploaded 18 years ago. It has 575,000 views. The video it's got so many layers, man. Him and his teammates opening fire on each other, full auto. Him emptying like 1,000 bullets out of his muzzle, like straight into the wrought iron grate underneath him to make the loudest noise of all time. His character opening and closing his mouth whenever he uses his mic, so it looks like Ding Chavez is telling his mom to fuck off. What's the serotonin calculus? Are the highs from getting it worth the lows of not getting it? Well, here's the thing. The highs are not that high and the lows are not that low. I'm having a lot of fun right now. There have been some of these challenges where actually I've been disappointed to get it quickly because it means like I thought I was just about to master it, but instead I just got it. So I've been deprived of true mastery. Now, is it worth the repetitive stress injury? I don't know, but that is why I changed my DPI. I will say you can kind of draw a line, and I only recently brought these two threads together. I've been kind of drawing a line recently between when I started playing TrickshotSimulator and when I've been like, when I started saying, wonder why my right shoulder has been hurting a little bit more lately. They might be intertwined, but it's not that bad. It just hurts when I like put my shirt on in the morning or whatever. What do you mean, does the game give you dopamine? The game can't give me dopamine. I'm not trying to be reductive. It's my dopamine. I made it. What do you mean the game give me dopamine? The dopamine is stored in my brain and is released by my brain and experienced by my brain. It's my dopamine and I want it now. I take your point, but I think you know what he meant. I don't know what he meant, actually. It's too late. I foiled your plan. You can't all say Fartmaster18 because I saw you writing, hey, when he gets back, let's all say Fartmaster18. The jig is up, my friend. Ghibli, another thing that would be... Dude, honestly, you would... Some of the realest shit you ever said is it must feel so good to say, get me a coffee. Some of like the angry white dad stims that they launch right before they get into a fist fight on video, I bet they feel amazing to like really feel conviction. To be like, yeah, you in what army, pal? Watch it, buddy. Newsflash, buddy. Or to be like a guy with a waxed mustache saying like huzzah or some shit like that. Put it on my tab. Can I say I've done this once before and it felt as good as you would imagine that it feels? Seeing one of your friends at a restaurant, but you didn't plan to meet there, and then going up behind him and grabbing both of his shoulders and saying, looks like they'll let just anybody in here. That fucking hits, man. And it also hits when you're the guy that gets grabbed on the shoulders. That is a dad ult. It feels amazing, man. Oh, here comes trouble. Dude, what I wouldn't give to walk into a room and hear, oh, here comes trouble. Oh, man, that would feel like so life affirming. Or like, uh-oh, look out. That would feel amazing, man. I'll have the usual. Shaken, not stirred. What percentage of people ordering martinis shaken, not stirred at a bar do you think are ordering their first alcoholic beverage ever? It's got to be like a reasonably high amount, man. What does that even mean? Well, like, real drinkers will just say like, what do you got on tap? Or something like that. This isn't the way, I don't know, did it work like this for real in the 70s? Or is this just a movie thing? Where like, you'll just walk into a bar, and then you'll sit down and just hold up one finger and go, beer. And then he just pours you like a beer. They don't do that anymore. Like when you sit down at the bar, they're like, are you getting drinks? Or are you thinking like maybe you might have some bites or something too? If you just walked in and you went like, beer, they wouldn't know what to do, man. Yeah, I don't have the look. You're right. Just movies? Really? You really think if I went back to like 1970s Manhattan, I couldn't just sit down and be like, whiskey, straight up. I don't have the fucking aura for it, man. I tried. I was like, Popeye Doyle, whiskey, straight up. No, I sound like a little kid with a fake ID, man. Fuck. Like I sound like I've rehearsed it too much. What the fuck does straight up even mean? It means you don't put it on ice because you don't want to dilute the medicinal value. Little bro. Don't say I take my whiskey neat. My coffee black in my bed at 3. You're too... Whiskey, straight up. No, now I sound like a fucking realtor or something. I'll have a whiskey? I'm like, I'm going to punch my desk, man. Whiskey. Say it like John Malkovich. Glenlivet. Straight up. Straight up. I see what you mean when you say like John Malkovich. Drop the up. It's cleaner. I don't think you can do it, man. Don't say whiskey, say the brand. That's even worse, man, because my fucking millennial ass is going to be going in there going like, do you have any? Yamazaki 12-year. Neat. Hitting them with some fucking cringe shit, man. Coke Zero on the rocks. Double shot of Makers with a little cum in it. That was... Why does that come out of my mouth so naturally, but like just ordering a whiskey straight up sounds like I'm LARPing? That's fucked up, man. Maker's Mark. Yeah, I'll take a Maker's Mark, little water, and maybe a couple drops of cum. You're 10% gay? You literally don't have to be gay to eat cum. I'm not sucking it out of the penis. I didn't say it's medicinal. It might be for pleasure, but like... And then in the back, they're like posting on Reddit, never order the cum at the bar. It comes in a big gross bag that we warm up in the microwave. Yeah, all the cum comes in gross barrels that we unload from the Cisco truck. I don't care. It tastes good. We're never going to play the Bazaar on stream again. The commentary is so much better in Trickshot Sim, man. When will I learn? I'm not frozen. I was pretending to be frozen. I tricked myself again. Is summer the only key to happiness? You're kind of spitting, Chibli. I feel bad for you that your summer is ending and ours is beginning. But on the other hand, ours is beginning, which is sick. You should have never told me winter's coming. I don't know if this has any like mathematical basis. I feel like winter is like a really long period of like darkness and dreariness, at least here. But when it starts accelerating into the springtime, they hit the fucking gas, man. Like it was only like a month ago that it was dark until like 8 a.m. And now it's like, it starts to get bright at like 7:20, maybe even 7. Like it happens quick, man. And then we got daylight savings. So the sunset is going to be like so late starting like next Monday when I'm out, I'm going to be like, oh shit. The sun's still out. Yeah! Clean! I'm dizzy. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. Did it give you dopamine? It actually did. It gave me more dopamine than the chips, I think. What the heck is flicking shot? Oh my God. You throw a card into a book to launch a soccer ball down to hit a... What? Okay. Oh, dude, they were fucking cooking with this one. Dude, there's something cinematic. I don't know if you feel the same way, Chibli. There's something cinematic about infinity out of 1 as my loadout for ping pong balls. I've been puzzling that little quagmire in my head for a long time. Infinity out of 1. Oh! Think. Oh! Dude, this one is fucking cinema, man. This is the most cinematic of all the trick shots so far. Yeah, this one is like not as hard, it seems, but it looks fucking cool. Till the mug dinks. You reminded me of my dad? Okay, fucking Peppy the rabbit from Star Fox on the Nintendo 64. You'll just be like talking about shit, and then some guy will go like, "You're beginning to remind me more like your father. I'm tightening my belt so I don't feel hunger pains. I suggest you do the same." Don't say fucking hell. You're not from Britain. Only people from Britain can say fucking hell. It doesn't sound right coming out of a North American mouth. I say that as a North American. Fucking hell. Like, you see? I'm going back to Chibli's NPC lines. Hey, buddy, what the fuck? Relax. Where'd you learn to drive, man? You're gonna kill somebody. You jackass. Asshole! My father-in-law gets like a dozen In-N-Out burgers in LA, goes through security and flies up to Seattle. He expects everyone to be excited to eat the 3-hour-old burgers. That is fucking funny, man. That's an act of love, but it is also hilarious. Showing up with a bag of hamburgers that he nursed 35,000 feet in the air. Free burger? Yeah, but it's more like you have to really like, I'll be honest with you, this might get me branded as out of touch. But if I order something from like an airport restaurant, like I only eat 2/3 of the plate, and then I got 1/3 of the plate left, I'm not asking for a box. Because I'm not going to take it on the airplane. Your ping pong ball went in? It's all right, we got another one. Maybe don't pre-fire the reset. We're so close, man. Oh, shit. I knew it! The second the card hit the book, I was like, this one is ordained. Did you hear the fucking thwack on that? There was no doubt in my mind. I had 100% confidence that that was going in. As soon as I heard the fucking thwack. Please tell me this is the fake one. I got to hear it one more time. The sound is so good, man. It was crisp. Fuck off with that shit. And the one bouncer too, not even a 2 bouncer. I can't believe it. We only got 2 left, man. Race to pin and bounce ball dart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do you want from me here? So you threw. I can't believe I'm doing this. You're right. It's not okay. I have to see it again. Bounces off the pot, lands in the box, rolls down the pool cues. Stops there? I don't know. In the meantime, you also have to hit the tail of the dinosaur with a card and land a card in the clothespin. Oh, no, dude. That's fucking crazy. And they're only giving me 1 ball? It sounds insane. This might not be that bad, man. This might be doable. The fact that you get infinite cards, at least. We take those. You couldn't have picked a fucking smaller dinosaur, bro? This Argentinosaurus is blocking my fucking shots, man! Is there a subreddit for this game that's like active? No? It's like unironically. Like I feel like this is my pathologic too. Like this is my game where people are like, really? That's your favorite game? And I'm like, yeah. Have you played it? You would love shiny hunting? I actually would. Toasty, this isn't a knock on you. I think I would love shiny hunting if it was just like in a better game. Because I love the Herculean task and the narratives that it creates. I'm not fucking with Pokemon too much. They should make DLC for this, man. Yeah, I've seen Whiplash. Fletcher, easily like one of the most misunderstood characters in cinema history. He's actually like one of the best. He should be winning like Teacher of the Year awards. What the fuck have I done? There's no coming back from that. What do you mean by that? Well, at the end of the movie, you find out that the whole time Fletcher was right. Miles Teller literally just needed to lock in. After he locks in, he fucking he goes sicko mode or whatever. It's been a while. As a jazz musician, Fletcher's kind of low-key ass at jazz. Well, that makes sense because he's working in academia. I know it sounds insulting. I mean it that way, I guess. He's a fictional character. You shouldn't get your feelings hurt. I know I've said it before, but like it was like when I was taking programming classes and my professor was like, yeah, it works, but you can't get away doing that shit in industry. And then you're like, how do you know, bro? You've been like a professional Java professor for like 31 years. Like this is your industry. Not to be rude or whatever. I actually liked like most of my teachers, but no disrespect, but you're fake as fuck. That's what I'm saying, man. When someone with fucking unclean code says twinsies, you're like, what the fuck, bitch? No, you ain't. I did not say streaming is harder than teaching. But I would say streaming, I do feel like, is kind of like teaching if every desk had a microphone in it and the shit that pops into the students' heads when the teacher talks, they say out loud on like all chat. That doesn't mean it's harder. Most of the time it's just funnier. What's the Lorde of this game? You're like 14 in maybe like 2003 and already balding. Or in COVID. No. I think you got it confused with sports gambling simulator. Oh, man. Can you imagine coming home from a long day of your work? I don't know why I said your work. Can you imagine coming home from a long day of work and your kid is like up in your attic, says like, Dad, come up. I want to show you something. And then this is what you fucking see. You already know you're stuck up there for like 5 hours, man. No. I'm getting really close. I would be proud. It could be worse. They could be like on their phone doing anything. Can you imagine coming home from work and seeing someone? I'm not going to read the whole thing out loud, but you basically it's like imagine doing a real job and coming home and seeing me doing this. Yeah, okay, I could. That's fair enough. And saying shit like it's harder to be a streamer than a teacher, but like you don't get it, man. You don't get it. There's an element of performance art to this. Fartmaster 18, that's real shit right there, man. Bulbasaur at Yalta. How do you like the Sennheisers? I'm not your guy for hardware or software reviews. If it does what it says it's gonna do, that's a 5-star for me. So I hear that they're good. I have no concept of whether or not they're good or bad. Anytime I wear headphones, all I think about is thank God these aren't the headphones that I bought when I got my Sony Discman in like 1998 that clip onto your ears and fucking destroy your cartilage. Or the insanely hard plastic like iPod Gen 1 headphones with no squishy parts whatsoever. Like the Bluetooth earbuds that I use when I'm not on my bike, but I'm listening to something, was literally headphones I bought for like $19.99 at London Drugs. Now I was looking at, so I was like, I don't think I'm a $19.99 headphone man. I think I'm a $39.99 headphone man. But the $39.99 ones were in like a case that needed a worker to open the case with a key. So I like walked around for like 5 minutes and there was no worker. So I said, you know what? The $19.99 ones are good enough for me. And they've been doing just fine. I mean, I don't expect them to last for forever, but they've lasted like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 months with no problems so far. It's not social anxiety. It's like, it's a staffing problem. If I saw someone in a blue shirt, I would have been like, can you open that case for me? Listen to Bob Dylan music on $19 Bluetooth earbuds. Yeah. And it sounds fucking good, man. And I never did plan to go anyway to Black Diamond Bay. When he hits the fucking harmonica, oh shit, dude. Yeah, the harmonica does kind of sound like bees, but like, I think it sounded like that live too. I can't do a gay version of Black Diamond Bay. This shit is like 9 minutes long, man. Also, I think this song already has some homoerotic overtones. Don't two dudes hug when the island explodes? Soldier's hand and saying that they're in love, something like that. The dealer says it happens every day. Oh, really, Bob Dylan? A fucking volcano explodes and the island sinks into the sea every fucking day? Whatever you say, you fucking idiot. It doesn't even make any sense. And the boiler in the basement blew. Yeah, okay, you could make it. You could make it work. Where's the second card supposed to go? In my ass. Where'd you learn how to drive, jackass? You could have killed somebody. Watch where you're going. I broke my sister's leg last night. You in what army, pal? I'm gonna beat your ass. Sorry. I love your car. Yeah, it's a Lamborghini. Lamborghini Mustang. Oh. You ever see that one? Nope. Hang on. I've still got the window open. Lamborghini Mustang. How about this YouTube short that has Ford Mustang versus Lamborghini Aventador, but the cars are represented as minions? Is it not Aventador? What is it, man? Oh my god, that was so scary, man. That scared the shit out of me. I thought it was just gonna be the minions the whole time. Oh, that car is too fucking loud, man. I think I found the link. Here it is, 3 asterisks. In Lamborghini Mustang, he's driving a Ferrari. Okay, 1 second. Meeting Adam Sandler in his... Was it Adam Sandler in the video? I don't even know they'll let me go to Facebook without a Facebook account, man.
New Mustang.
Oh shit!
The Lamborghini Mustang.
Oh god damn, you got them doors that go up?
Yeah, how the hell did you know?
This isn't... I know it sounds insane. This is not the video I'm talking about, even though it has absolutely every single element of what I described in the video. It's the wrong Lamborghini Mustang video, which is crazy. It's 0% your fault. No, I'm telling you, man, it's not the right video. I appreciate it because that's bang on what I asked for, but it's not what I wanted. I also love the top comment. The title of the video is Adam Sandler in his one-of-one Lamborghini. Top comment. Is that Adam Sandler? Nothing gets by Facebook, man. There's some real critical thinkers on that website. I found another one just like your description. Can you tell me what to type into Google to get it? Ferrari Lamborghini Mustang reaction. Okay, all right, 1 second.
It's supposed to be red!
There's a lightning bolt that has appeared on the screen. You jackass! Where'd you learn to drive? Hang on, I'll find it, man. Somebody's trying to jump onto his car.
What are you trying to do?
How about this one? They're going to the next part of the compilation.
Is it true that you use a thing to drive it like that?
Yeah, the paddle.
Yeah, oh my god.
What does that do?
It just changes gears.
It changes gears that way?
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's a really nice car.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So I'm practicing my my GTA 6 dialogue. That's a nice car. Whoa! Okay, that's not. You don't need to do that. Troll. Hey, is this a Lamborghini? Trolling?
Yeah, I could. Sorry?
I know. I forgot I was streaming for a second here. I'm just watching the video to make sure it's the right one.
Thank you.
This isn't worth the bid. It is for me.
Yeah, rental.
You jackass! I don't think this is the video, man. I think I wasted my time. Or is this it? Is it the same car from Transformers?
Sorry?
That's a crazy video, man. I'm not knocking the guy. I mean, it has 330,000 views. Like, the whole video is him driving around in a Ferrari, and then people are going like, nice car. And he's going, thank you. It's episode 3 in the very beginning. Oh my, I was episode 5, man. It's so not worth it. Episode 3, Ferrari Lamborghini Mustang reaction. Okay. Oh, I got an ad for Quaker Oats, man. Oh my, okay, skip ad. What about the next? Okay, here we go. This is it!
Is that a Lambo?
Yeah, you really know your cars. It's actually a Lamborghini Mustang.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well, that was worth it, right? That was worth it. He hit the QTE on the line, man. Not really. I think it's good, man.
Is that a Lambo?
Yeah, you really know your cars. It's actually a Lamborghini Mustang.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
I think it's pretty. I'm lamowing right now. Don't make fun of me. You sound smug. I mean, okay, no disrespect. He's driving a Ferrari. Like, did you hear how the car sounds? You have to be a little bit of a dickhead to drive a Ferrari. He literally said it. It's a Lamborghini Mustang. I'm sorry, I'm not a car guy, okay? I think you could be a good person and drive a Ferrari, but you do have to be a little bit of a dickhead. You could still, like, you know, give money to charity or something. Why? Because it's, like, loud as fuck all the time, apparently. Or maybe, like, literally just 100% of the people driving them are loud. But, like, I mean, I live in Vancouver, right? I see some pretty fancy cars. I'm never, like, pissed off when I see a Rolls Royce. Because I'm just like, wow, that's, like, a nice-looking car. That was, like, hand-carved from one solid piece of oak or something like that. Anytime I see, like, a Ferrari, a Lambo, or a McLaren at a stoplight, I'm like, cover your ears, honey. Here we go. Even if it's just, like, one fucking block. Like, if I'm going, like, Howe to Homer Street or something like that. I know that even if it's red light to red light. You got to be a little bit of a dickhead. Which is fine. I mean, like, you bought the Ferrari kind of to get attention. Mostly to get attention, some people would say. So there's the attention. It's not all going to be good. Like, not everybody on Earth is an NPC who's like, oh shit, a Ferrari. I wish that was me that was driving it. Now, when I see the Rolls SUV, I'm kind of like, I wish it was me that was driving that. Because it does look really nice, but it's like not a sane price for basically anything, much less like an automobile. But this is like a pretty decent price for a house these days, now that I think about it. You want the dad van? That is how I feel when I get in a Chrysler Pacifica, man. Anytime I get an Uber XL and it's a Chrysler Pacifica, I'm like, fuck, yes. I'm frozen, fuck. 1 second. Ferrari drivers want attention. Lambo drivers want attention, but they're not as wealthy as the Ferrari drivers. Subaru drivers literally daydream about being in rally. Toyota drivers, they want a sensible, reliable automobile at a fair price, I would say. That clip could have been a fucking advertisement for Toyota, man. Kia drivers, I'm not answering that. It's illegal for you to ask me that. They like having their cars stolen. I was laughing yesterday when Chib said Kia boys. I thought that was only like a Canadian thing, man. It's everywhere. It's global. How about Audis? Well, I feel like there's been, and this is really something you shouldn't Google. I feel like there's kind of been like asshole inflation. Like when I was a kid, the stereotype was like, if you drive like a BMW or like an Audi, you're like kind of a prick, which was based on basically nothing. It was based on the fact that their cars were like more expensive than the average car you saw. But I don't know if it's just because like of where I live. But now, like, like an Audi is kind of like the median car, or like a BMW sedan or SUV is like the median car that I see. So I can't be driving around thinking everybody's a prick for what they drive. That's like, you know, is bad for your worldview. So it's got to go like one level up. Or also if you consistently see a car engaged in bad behavior, like, I mean, whenever you see a dash cam video on r/Vancouver of like a car in a bike lane, it's literally like a 90% chance there's a white Tesla Model 3. So I think there's some cars you could, admittedly there are just a lot of Model 3s on the road, but wait a minute, did I fucking, it might hold, man. Oh! I don't think I'm going to encounter much resistance here. But like I do look down on the Cybertruck owners for sure. Especially here in Canada. Like there's way too many Model 3s and then like secondly Ys and then X's and S's to be like every single one of these people is fucking with Elon. But if you bought a Cybertruck like in 2024, you should have known. I know you maybe put a deposit on it earlier, but like you should have known, in my opinion. And also every time I see it, I always expect that it's going to be like a young guy with like a diamond earring, but like 100% of the time it's like an old grandma. And it's not the same grandma every time. Thank you for seconding that, because I think people would be like, you're making it up. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm always like driving around and then I'm like, okay, let's see like what kind of person is driving this car. And it's always like a 60-year-old grandma. I forget who said it, but when Ricky and Justin and other people, there's a revolving cast, so I'm not trying to leave anybody out. They were talking about the Cybertruck and they were like, I really admire the way that it looks like it was engineered in such a way that no matter how the Cybertruck hits you, it would completely cut you in half. Every time I see one, I'm like, that's fucking true, man. The whole thing is just corners. Like, it looks like it was built in Star Fox 64. You're not rolling off the hood. You're not like leaning into the skid like Joaquin Phoenix in Joker. Like, you're not walking away from that. So I was just imagining it from like 20 different angles in my head. But the guy getting hit is always Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker. Which I guess is just called Joker. Did you like the second one? Brother, I didn't even like the first one. First one is low-key one of Todd Phillips' funniest movies. I guess it's like up there with Road Trip if you just treat it as like a satire the whole time. If you're just like, if you imagine that the premise is comedic, like what if everybody in the world was just as mean as possible to this one guy for no reason? Just watch Cloverfield. Kind of sucks TJ Miller turned out to be a bad guy. I feel like I have some sympathy for TJ Miller in one specific bit that I'm going to construct myself, which is it's got to suck to like grow up surrounded by like Joss Whedon-esque sarcasm and become like the apex predator of sarcasm. And then like you're famous for like 5 years and then people like completely are no longer fucking with the culture that got you there. Also, he did call in a bomb threat on the Amtrak, allegedly, and maybe do some other stuff. But he went through. It's like they trained him wrong as a joke, man. The worst thing is the hypocrisy. Can I ask Gen Z a question? It's a question from a place of curiosity. How famous is Lorde? Because I have no concept. I know she's famous. But how is she? Okay, so like if Taylor Swift is the most popular artist on the planet right now, how many Lordes would you need to equal one Taylor Swift in terms of fame? She'd be like a 7 or a 6 to an 8 right now in fame. And I'm thinking it's like 10 is like Taylor Swift and 9 is like, that's tough. I was going to say Beyonce, but I didn't want to get in trouble. I was going to say Sabrina Carpenter, but I think she's only got the one album so far. So I don't know if she's quite there yet. 9 is like The Weeknd. Is it logarithmic? I don't know, man. I guess I should have thought of that before I made it up. Billie Eilish is a 9? See, that's why I asked the question, because Lorde to me is more famous than Billie Eilish. But I also am just one person, so I don't know if I can create fame for others. Not even close. And I'm a little out of touch with music I don't listen to, I guess. Like, where is Billie Eilish on the Spotify, like, most streamed artists? Top 25 monthly? She's top 5, top 10? Damn, she's famous, man. I had no idea. She's more famous than Taylor Swift? That can't be. If you said that shit in Blather Around, I would be crashing the fuck out. There's no shot. Taylor Swift, her aura is insane. She toured for like 2 years. You know what blew my mind the most? Finding out the concert was 4 hours long and people wanted more. Loading up the Eras Tour video on Disney Plus for my daughter and being like, oh, excuse me, Bob Iger, there appears to be some sort of mistake. This concert video is 3 hours and 42 minutes long. Yeah, people saw it in the theater, man. But nobody's fucking with the Brutalist. Maybe Eras Tour is just better, though. Billie's more famous than Taylor. There's no shot, man. There's no shot. Because if she's so famous, why do I keep mispronouncing her name? It was a big progress day, for sure. It was a big progress day. It was, people. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Hello. Are you ready to stream? Smiley face. I'm going to go pee while I wait for the answer. I'll be right back. What's happening in chat? We're all pretending we're Pokemon by just typing our names out. This is a crazy thing to be doing as like a 36-year-old man. But it feels fucking good, man. I don't know why it felt so good just to be a part of something. Origin, try it out. You might be surprised, man. I got a smile on my face. I thought it was beneath me too, but then when I did it, I was like, damn, that felt kind of good. I might even do it one more time. Just to be a part of like a fucking... Who would have thought, man? Feels good to be a drop in the fucking ocean. I'm gonna send you over to my wife's stream. I gotta meditate on that for a bit. That's a thinker, man. All right, later. Probably. I hear the rice cooker going upstairs. We probably got time to play some Bandle. Rice cooking deserves a tasty rice. Do, 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 do. You know what I'm talking about? REM poster? The washed rice in the basin, heating up so slow. Cook it with pressure so the water goes. Every molecule soaks into a grain of rice, and it gets so much softer. Rice cooking. Cooking up that rice. Dinner's coming soon. That song is supposed to be Night Swimming by REM, but with the lyrics changed to be about rice cooking. Why is your REM also Belle and Sebastian? We should be so lucky. That'd be like, Judy cooked the saddest rice. Cooked it in a pot when she was young. She couldn't afford a rice cooker. She had to cook it on the stove for once. Judy never ate her rice except when she was eating. Sorry.